Hi, I'm Karen Harrison, and today I would like to share with you Reiki for body image. I just presented it at the International Center for Reiki Training's Reiki retreat a couple of days ago. And for those of you that were not able to be at the retreat, I wanted to be able to share it with you. So let's plunge into it. I have a PowerPoint to share with you. So I'm going to share my screen and get over to my PowerPoint. Here we go. All right. I am an ICRT licensed Reiki Master teacher and a licensed marriage and family therapist, a licensed professional counselor, and a certified sex therapist. So I've been working with Reiki for body image for a long time in various ways with counseling clients, with Reiki clients, and that's some of the insights I want to share with you today. So let's start with a little bit of my own history. First of all, I'm the one pledging allegiance there in that photo. I'm not quite sure why I was pledging allegiance, but you know, I was kind of a geeky 9-year-old with buck teeth. That was my first body image issue. My teeth were so buck, I could bite down and stick my whole thumb between my front teeth and my back teeth. And people used to tease me mercilessly about that. Now, I also have my, adult body image issues. You might not think I do. Let's see, I guess I could stand up. You can see a little bit of me. I'm kind of, normal size. But lately, I have been having issues with my eyes. And at that retreat, when I went out in the car, I would be wearing these lovely goggles because I have dry eye issues. And so I would be driving around with these goggles on. And I thought about wearing them on the plane too. I thought on Southwest that would assure me that I would have the whole row to myself if I were wearing those goggles, because people would probably think that lady is crazy. Now, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see your body in a positive way or a negative way? Or like the woman in the mirror, are you picking on your body and looking at the latest bags and sags and wrinkles? Have you said negative things to yourself about your body? It's probably not have you, but how often have you said negative things to yourself about your body? Here's some body image statistics. I love that picture of the fat cat. So 33 to 91% of teens to the elderly dislike their body image. And according to Glamour magazine, 97% of women have a daily "I hate my body" thought. Now, I like to think that women who read Glamour magazine maybe are more interested in their bodies, and maybe that doesn't apply to the general population because that's a pretty high number. Luckily, we have Reiki to the rescue. Yay. So we're going to explore some options soon with Reiki, but first, a little info. I'm going to be sharing with you how to transform your body image to body acceptance, to body appreciation and body love. And it could be the end to your dieting, because I'm going to teach you how to tune into your bodies. So stay with me to get that information. So what is body image? It's a mental picture of your physical body, your size, shape, and appearance, and it's your attitude about your physical body. What do you think about your body? How do you feel about it? What do you believe about it? Do you believe that it's strong and capable, or do you think that it's weak? I know one of my stories is I used to do yoga, and I just thought I couldn't really do it. I would fall out of poses. I would fall on the floor. That wasn't Great. So I would pick on myself about that. So what's a healthy body image? It means you're comfortable with the body you have. It doesn't mean you think that it's perfect, but you commit to accept it and love it and care for it. You know, we are the only ones that are going to care for our bodies. You know, nobody else is. You know, we're adults. So it's up to us to take care of our bodies. Here is a video that I put into this presentation. I'm going to let you play it on your own later. The video on YouTube is actually called The Woman's Perfect Body Type Throughout History. So a little bit about what the video says is that the ideal woman image has changed over history. In the 60s, it was you know, at times it was more curvy. In the 90s, it was more skinny. In the 2010s, it's gone back to being more curvy. Actually, in the 60s, that was the super skinny. You know, think Twiggy and women, you know, starting that whole dieting revolution. But back in the 1400s through the 1700s, a fuller shape was more the woman's ideal, because if you were fuller, that meant that you had food to eat and you weren't poor. So go look at some of those paintings, you know, of Peter Paul Rubens and the Italian Renaissance and all of that, and you'll see fuller bodies. So that just kind of gives you the idea that, you know, the ideal is a fad, and you know, we just need to be happy and accept the bodies that we have and take care of them. So what's an unhealthy body image? It's a preoccupation with one's perceived flaws. You know, every time you go to the mirror, you know, you're looking at yourself going, ugh, you know, oh, a new wrinkle. Oh my God, you know, my arms are flabby. Some people might even experience shame or even disgust around their appearance. I know some people that will go to great lengths to hide their bodies. They would never be seen in a swimsuit or shorts. It's always big flowing outfits that really hide their body shape. Here is some fascinating body statistics from the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, as of December 2018. For all men in the United States, age 20 and older, they have an average height of 5'8", they weigh 198 pounds, and they have a BMI of 29.1. Now, what is BMI? It's simply a measure of body fat based on height and weight. It's a ratio. So keep in mind, a healthy BMI is 18.5 to 24.9. For women, the average American woman age 20 and older is 5'3", weighs 170 pounds, and has a BMI of 29.6. Now consider that the average model is 5'7", weighs 114 pounds, with a BMI of 17.9. Again, contrast that to the healthy BMI of 18.5 to 24.9. So if the average American woman is looking at herself and comparing herself to a model, you know, which is an unrealistic for, you know, what is common in the US today, that's going to make her feel extra bad. And it's not realistic at all. Here's a body image exercise. I'd like you to take a moment to write down 3 negative things that you say to yourself about your body. It could be one spot or more areas. You know, so for example, a man told me, when did my belly start to look like a busted can of biscuits? And other people have said to me, you know, I hate my stomach, or my hips are huge, or, you know, thunder thighs. So just write those things down. Now activate all the Reiki symbols that you have. You can draw it, you can visualize it, you can intend it. And if you've got some music at home, you could play some soft music. I'm not going to record the music because it often doesn't come across well on a recording. So I'm going to activate Reiki right now and intend to send Reiki to you for your body image issues. And I'd like for you to send Reiki to one part of your body that you criticize for a couple of minutes. So we'll just have a couple of minutes of silence. Now, tune into that part of your body and hear what it has to say about your criticism. Maybe your stomach is saying to you, I just want you to love and accept me. Or maybe it's saying, if you would feed foods that are healthy for me, then I wouldn't look like this. Oh, listen to your body. Your body has its own innate wisdom. What is it saying to you? Then go on to the next criticism and repeat this exercise. And there's different ways that you can tune into your body. You might hear what it has to say. You might have a thought float through your mind. You might have a sense of knowing. It might be a feeling or some other way. And if nothing is coming to you now, that's okay too. Continue to tune into your body and listen. What does your body want? What does your body have to say? Maybe your body is saying, those wonderful white hips allowed you to birth 3 beautiful children. Or a woman that criticized her hands, heard her hands say, but your hands allow you to give loving Reiki energy to others. And if you need more time, you can continue this exercise later. And now I'd like you to write down 3 positive things you can say to those parts of your body. Maybe your body has told you what it wants you to say to it. Or maybe an idea is popping into your mind. Maybe it's, I'm loving my hair. I love and appreciate my hair. And I appreciate it's growing back in after I had a little thyroid issue that caused a lot of it to fall out. I love and appreciate you, hair. Now, I'd like to ask you to give Reiki to that list for a couple of minutes each day for a week. And it may take longer than a week. It probably will, but a week would be a good start. Because if you've been criticizing your body for years, it may take more than a week to turn that around. So when we tune into our bodies and listen to them, then we can feel good. So give yourself a hug and just say, I accept my body. And then say, I love my body. That feels good. So continue to tune into your body every day with Reiki. Send Reiki to your body and ask what it needs for better health in the way of food. What kind of food does it want? So I want to share a little story with you that I eat gluten and dairy free, and I found these wonderful gluten and dairy free brownies and some dairy-free ice cream. So I was eating a serving of that, and I don't get that kind of treat very often. It's hard to find gluten and dairy-free treats. So I had one serving of it, and it was really good. And then I decided to have another serving of it. Well, oh gosh. I had a colonic later that day with a stomach massage. A colonic is where they clean you out, with water. That was a really bad idea to do that. Kind of funny. Anyway, tune into your body about drink. Most of us are not getting enough water every day. Aim to get probably 64 ounces of water or more a day. I'm currently making a goal of 80 ounces of water a day. I just got a pitcher and I put a little piece of tape on it where it's 80 ounces. I set it on the counter or set it in your fridge, and then, aim to drink that. Or put it in a container that you can carry around with you through the day. They have those big containers with a handle on them that you could use. And then exercise. I was telling you earlier about my yoga story. Well, I switched over to jazzercise because I love to dance. So jazzercise fit me a lot better than yoga. And sleep. Most people are only getting maybe 5 to 7 hours sleep a night, and most people need 7 to 9. So take care of your sleep, and that will help you to feel better and have a better mood, because sleep deprivation can cause anxiety and depression. Mouth hunger versus body hunger. So it's important to learn to differentiate between the two. The mouth wants ice cream. And those brownies, yum, yum. But the body really wants spinach. The body wants food that is nourishing and healthy. So mouth hunger are cravings, and they're temporary. When you have one of those cravings, stop and give yourself Reiki. Pause. Don't just act on the craving, and tune into your body and ask your body what it really wants. And ask yourself how you're going to feel if you eat it. I should have thought about that before the second serving of that brownie and ice cream. Now, I have a girlfriend that recently switched over to the Whole30 food plan, which is very similar to paleo. And she said it took about 2 months for her taste buds to change. so that she was no longer enjoying sugary treats. She went to a shower and was taste testing some different kinds of cakes, for the upcoming baby shower. And she said, "Ooh, all that sugar and cream cheese, it just tasted not good to her," where a few months before she would have really enjoyed it. Now she's enjoying eating, tricolor carrots and fresh fruits and vegetables. And I know for myself, I don't enjoy those super sugary treats either. I would prefer to have something that is not as sugary. So your taste buds can change. It just takes some time. So here's some thoughts on caretaking your body that I've had over time. You can consider yourself the caretaker of your body and nurture it like you would a beloved child. So here's another story about me. As a counselor, I counsel people in a small enclosed room. And for years, I had a lot of digestive problems. So when I would stand up from my seat, I would become an old fart, passing gas all the way up. And during session, passing gas. And in a small, quiet, enclosed room, that becomes pretty obvious. And every day I had a stomach ache every day for years. It was just a matter of how bad it was. And I kept trying to find the solution. And, it took me a while. But eventually I was led to a doctor who gave me a food sensitivity test. I found out all the different things that I was sensitive to, including dairy. I mean, who knew I was eating Greek yogurt every day? I thought that was healthy for me, but it actually wasn't because I'm lactose intolerant and didn't know it. So I have transformed my gut. I don't have stomach aches very often anymore. And I am so happy that I can take care of my body in that way, feel better, and not have that embarrassing gas. Our bodies are a vehicle on earth, and without them, we would simply be spirit. So we want to love our bodies and take care of them. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to fulfill our divine purpose on earth. And we can't sign up for a body exchange program. Okay, we can maybe get a shoulder replacement or a knee replacement or a hip replacement, but we can't replace the whole thing. Okay, so that goes to my next thought, which is if we treat our bodies poorly, they're going to perform poorly and contribute to our misery. We can't feed our body junk and expect it to perform like a Ferrari. Okay? And I've certainly seen this with my parents. I grew up in the family that loved food. We always had abundant servings of everything and ice cream every night, a huge like salad bowl size of ice cream. So I didn't really know how to eat healthy. When I was in my 40s, I went to Weight Watchers to learn to eat a healthier diet. And I've certainly seen how my parents' choices have affected them. My mother has been in a power chair since she was, I think in her 50s, a very long time. And my father was quite large and said that he would rather die than give up the foods that he loved. And, he had congestive heart failure. I would prefer to age well. So healing the inner critic. You can also send Reiki to the negative thoughts and feelings you have about your body. Call on your favorite spiritual being, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Kuan Yin, the angels, whoever you like that you like to work with. Ask that spiritual being to lift those patterns out of you and heal the areas and fill them with energy from the highest heavens. If you have Holy Fire Reiki, you can do the Holy Fire Healing Experience. You learn that in Reiki Master, in the Holy Fire Reiki Master, and the Holy Fire Karuna. So that is a very powerful exercise for healing the inner critic. Here's a quote I like. Teddy Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." When we compare ourselves to others, everyone loses because we're either making ourselves better than or worse than. So that's no bueno. Instead, we want to love our bodies. When I'm in the shower, I like to repeat affirmations for my body, starting from the inside out. Seems a little easier that way. So I say, I love my liver, and I make up little songs. So keep in mind, I don't really sing, but here goes. I love my liver loves me. When we're together, we're happy. Okay, so that was really corny and stupid. But that just gives you an idea, you know. I love my liver. I love my kidneys. I love my gallbladder. I love my appendix. I love my skin. I love my eyes. I love my hair. You know, I love my toned abdomen. You know, all that working out has paid off. I also have a personal trainer. I have to be in good shape because I travel around the country teaching Reiki, hauling 50-pound suitcases because I am not a light packer. I usually have a lot of manuals and folders and all that Reiki supplies in there. So try that out, you know, daily affirmations. And it's very powerful to look in the mirror and say these things. That's called mirror work, you know. Look in the mirror and say, I love my smile. I love the light shining out of my eyes. I love my lips. And one of the women at the workshop said that she learned an exercise where you pat yourself on the stomach and say, I love my stomach. And then, let's see, I'm going to just stand up and then you go, I love my butt. I love my stomach. I love my butt. I love my stomach. I love my butt. So we all stood up and did that at the Reiki retreat. That was a lot of fun. Try that one out. Here's a verse from the Bible. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? Your body is a gift from God. It's your vehicle on earth. It's your ability to fulfill your divine purpose here as a human. Here's some body songs that I like. And of course, there's many more. But Body of the Goddess by Michael Stillwater that says, my body is a living temple of love. I like that. Let's all say it together. My body is a living temple of love. And then there's the Butt song by Terry Wilder on her I Choose Joy CD. It's about the butts in your head and the butt that you're dragging around that seems to keep getting bigger and bigger. And there's also Taming My Inner Critic by Karen Drecker on her All About Love CD. And this picture is the Willendorf goddess. So this is an ancient goddess statue. And as you can see, she is very curvy. And in ancient times, you know, being curvy meant that you had enough food to eat and you were going to be able to live. So we're not quite through yet. You can find me at www.karenharrison.net. You can email me at karen@karenharrison.net. And also my Facebook page is Whole Life Center. So that's where you can find me. And I'd love to connect with you. You can find my Reiki calendar and schedule there, my classes. So keep in mind that our bodies are divine. We are divine. So right now, just say to yourself, my body is divine. I am divine. You know, and that kind of goes to, I'm more than my bodies. You know, I am love, I am light, and I am beauty. And then finish by giving yourself a hug. So thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this presentation. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out and connect. And till next time, goodbye.